Hey Paul, what are you doing there?
What do you mean? I'm checking the weather.
Well, there's easier ways to do that, you know.
There is. Now you tell me. So thanks for joining us on another Sandia Mountain Natural History Center quick trip. You know, we might be joking about the weather, but it's something that we take very seriously here. In the old days, we would measure the weather using a rain gauge and a sling psychrometer like this to measure relative humidity. But nowadays, we have much better ways of doing it. Let's go check some of them out. So nowadays, we don't use things like sling psychrometers. They're just too heavy and bulky when we're out in the field. We use things like this, and this is called a Kestrel. And the Kestrel, in this one neat little package, is going to give us a huge amount of information about the current weather conditions. So here in the summertime, one of the things we are most concerned about is the wind, because the wind is going to affect our fires, and knowing the wind speed and all is going to help us determine our fire danger for the day. Other things that we want to look at are the temperature. Today's a nice almost 67 degrees out. Our humidity is actually pretty high at 47.3%, but this is the interesting one. That bottom one there is the burn probability. So if we were to get an ignition of some sort, we would have about a 30% chance of that fire catching and spreading. And then the other one for predicting weather is the barometer, the barometric pressure, and we can see this arrow is dropping. And then we have our elevation, 6580. And then that bottom one is actually something called density elevation, which...
Layer, temperature 62, wind at 18 miles an hour, gusting to 25. Elsewhere around the rim.
So one of the things that we do each morning here at the Sandia Mountain Natural History Center is check the weather. And one of the best ways to do that is to have a weather radio. You can get ones like this fairly easily, or you can also find a shortwave version like this Baofeng on the internet. And one of the advantages to having the weather forecast straight from the National Weather Service is it is extremely localized. So it really helps you pinpoint what the weather is going to be in your area. So knowing when it's going to rain or be cold is really important, because we don't want students being cold and wet. But even more importantly than that, we don't want students dying. So one of the other weather instruments that we use pretty heavily here is a lightning detector. And this lightning detector will tell us how far away lightning strikes are. And usually we will bring students back anytime lightning strikes are less than 20 miles away, because lightning can strike far ahead of a storm. So I told you that we were pretty serious about weather, and this is how serious we are. In conjunction with the United States Geologic Survey, we have this weather station, and this station is collecting weather data 24 hours a day. Not because we're exactly checking the weather on a daily basis, but this weather station is helping us study climate. So the instrumentation on this is kind of just like that Kestrel. With the addition of a radiometer, this is measuring the intensity of the sun. We have an anemometer, measures the wind speed. We have a thermometer measuring the temperature, and we have a rain gauge back here. And this is helping us all study the very real problem of climate change. In other parts of the country, they're experiencing more and harsher storms. In New Mexico, we are experiencing a lot of drought conditions. So a weather station like this and the hundreds that they have around the country are helping them collect the data to help us better understand our changing climate. So this is a simple weather station that we got off the internet, and it's a real easy way to get into observing weather, which can be a lot of fun educational, and help you predict what's going to happen in the coming hours. So thanks for joining us on another Sandia Mountain Natural History Center quick trip, and we will see you on the next one.
For Tuesday, partly cloudy. Isolated showers and thunderstorms in the morning, then numerous showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon.